Now, question number 6. A bar of 30 mm diameter is subjected to a pull of 60 kN. The major extension on gauge length of 200 mm is 0.09 mm and change in diameter is 0.0039 mm. Calculate the value of modulus of elasticity and modulus of rigidity. So now, given data which is a bar of 30 mm diameter which is given 30 mm is subjected to an pull of 60 kN. Pull means tensile force which is given as 60 kN. Convert into Newton, 60 into 10 raised to 3 which is in Newton. The major extension on gauge length of 200 mm. Gauge length, that is called as original length, which is given as 200 mm. Original length 200 mm is 0.09. The meaning is the major extension means on gauge length. मतलब अगर आपका टोटल लेंथ इतना 200 है तो उसमें एक्सटेंशन कितना होगा 0.09 उसमें एक्सटेंशन हुआ है कभी जब 60 किलोमीटर फोर्स आपने अप्लाई किया तभी. So that is called a change in length which is 0.09 which is in mm. Okay. Next, and the change in diameter is 0.0039. Change in diameter, that is delta D, 0.0039 mm. Okay. Next, the value of calculate the value of modulus elasticity and find first modulus of elasticity denoted by capital E and modulus of rigidity denoted by capital G or C or N. Okay, C, G or N. Now, first solution, we have to find out capital E. So how can we find out capital E? The capital E, we know that the formula, we know that capital E is equal to sigma upon capital E. Now we can calculate sigma. Yes, sigma is equal to force upon cross section area. Now force which is given as tensile force, here hence it is tensile force. Cross section area, we can calculate area with the help of diameter. So now let us consider this is equation number 1. Okay, now PT which is already given tensile force, we have to just find out the area. Then area is equal to pi by 4 d square, that is pi by 4 d square, and diameter which is 30 square, which answer becomes pi by 4 30 square, something answer is come, it is comes in mm square. Okay, now put this value, put area value in this equation, you will get sigma. Therefore sigma is equal to PT to the base A, tensile force which is given as 60 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area. This area value is you can put here, then we will get sigma which is equal to 84.88 Newton per mm square. Okay, this is the value of sigma. Okay, now अभी आपके पास E भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. ओके, लेकिन अभी E के दो फॉर्मूले हमने देखा था. स्ट्रेन में अलग अलग टाइप थे, लीनियर स्ट्रेन, लैटरल स्ट्रेन. तो अभी यहाँ पे लीनियर स्ट्रेन में क्या था, चेंज इन लेंथ अपन ओरिजिनल लेंथ, चेंज इन लेंथ दैट इज डेल्टा एल अपॉन एल. और लैटरल में अलग था, एक रेक्टेंगल में था और एक सर्कल में था. तो यहाँ पे सर्कल में का चेंज इन डायमेंशन दिया है, तो दैट इज कम्स इन लैटरल स्ट्रेन. तो हियर वी हैव टू strain take by linear strain. So how can you calculate linear strain? Therefore linear strain visible change in length upon original length. Okay, that change in length we already given as 0.09 divided by original length which is 200. Original length which is 200, the answer which is 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 4, which has no unit. Okay, you will get linear strain which is 4.5 to 10 raised to minus 4. Now we got sigma, we got linear strain. Now equation 1 we can calculate. Therefore therefore equation 1 will be capital E is equal to sigma value which is 84.88 divided by 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. The answer which becomes 186.62 into 10 raised to 3. Unit is Newton per mm square. This is the value of capital E, that is called as modulus of elasticity. Now our first approach is done. Now we can calculate capital E. Now we have to find out the capital G. How we can calculate capital E, which is equal to stress by strain, that strain which is related to linear strain. Okay, always we have to consider strain is a linear strain whether it is mentioned in question or not. Okay, अगर क्वेश्चन में मेंशन किया रहेगा नहीं तो नहीं किया रहेगा, always we have to take linear strain for this formula. Okay, now we can get capital E. After that we have to find out capital G. We know that relation, we know relation between E and G, that is E is equal to 2G into 1 plus mu. तो आपको यहाँ पे E आपको मालूम है, अभी कैलकुलेट किया है, आपको G फाइंड आउट करना है, दैट इज आवर अल्टीमेट एम. ओके, नेक्स्ट म्यू भी आपके पास मालूम नहीं, लेकिन हम म्यू निकाल सकते हैं क्या? हाँ निकाल सकते हैं, बिकॉज वी गिवन change in diameter upon original diameter, both values are given, and that mu is called as Poisson's ratio. We have known the formula of Poisson ratio, which is mu is equal to lateral strain upon linear strain. We have already calculated the value of lateral linear strain, which is 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now we have to calculate the value of linear lateral strain. That value, which is EL lateral strain, is equal to change in diameter upon original diameter. Now change in diameter, which is 0.039, change in diameter 0.0039 divided by original diameter, which is 30. The answer becomes lateral strain, which is equal to 1.3 into 10 raised to minus 4, and this is the value of lateral strain. Okay, now we can get mu, which is lateral strain upon linear strain. Therefore mu is equal to lateral strain value, which is 1.3 into 10 raised to minus 4 whole divided by linear strain, which is 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Okay, now 10 raised to minus 4, 10 raised to minus 4 get cancelled. The value becomes mu is equal to 0.29. We will get mu. Once we will get mu, put up in equation number 2. Let us consider this equation as number 2. Now equation 2 will be E is equal to 2G into 1 plus mu. आपके पास E का वैल्यू है, फाइंड आउट किया हुआ 186.62 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to 2G आपको फाइंड आउट करना है into 1 plus mu, ऑलरेडी आपको मिला है 0.29. 186.62 into 10 raised to 3 as it is, 2G as it is in multiplication with this whole bracket, its addition which is 1.29. Now 186.62 into 10 raised to 3, 2 into 1.29, that is 2 into 1.29 G. I am written on the right hand side. Okay, now 186.62 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to G. This whole term, it is in multiplication and it is in numerator. Hence when we are shifting right to left and it is in multiplication, hence it is comes in dividation of 186.62 divided by 2 into 2, 1.29. Calculate this value, then you will get 72.33 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square, value of capital G. So this is the answer you will go. Thank you. Student, The next question is question number 7. A steel bar 1.2 meter long, 40 mm wide and 20 mm thick is subjected to an axial load of 50 kN in the direction of its length. Find the change in length and thickness of bar. Take E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square and Poisson ratio is equal to 0.26. Also state its behavior. So now given data we already sort out length 1.2 meter, which is given, converting to mm, then multiply by 1000, it becomes 1200 mm. Next, width is given, p is equal to 40 mm. Okay, thickness is given as 20 mm. Tensile force we already given as, that is called axial force, which is 50 kilonewton. Converting into Newton, that is 15 to 10 raised to 3 Newton. Capital E already given as 2 into 10 raised to 5. We written as it is. We already given mu, which is 0.26. Okay, we have to find out change in length and change in thickness. Okay, here we given that find the change in length, that is called as delta L, and change in thickness of bar, that is called delta T. Okay, the bar has a length after application of force, that is tensile force. Then what is the change in length, that is called delta L, and what is the change in thickness, that we have to find out. So now for directly calculation of delta L, we know that formula delta L is equal to PL upon AE. We have directly tensile force, which is 50 kilonewton. Original length, which is given as, okay, we don't know the area. We also know the capital E, but we can calculate the value of area, which is area is equal to, we already given breadth and thickness, then area is equal to breadth into T. Okay, the B into T, B which is 40 into T which is 20, which is 800, unit is mm square. So now we will get area. So therefore delta L is equal to tensile force, which is 50 into 10 raised to 3, value of length, which is 1200, divided by area 800 into capital E, which is 2 into 10 raised to 5. After the calculation of whole this term, you will get change in length. You will get change in length, which is 0.375 mm. Okay. Now our question is complete. Now go for delta T. Now this delta T comes in which part? Delta T, as you know the types of strain. In types of strain, we already discussed there are two types of, first of all, strain, three types of strain. First linear strain, second is lateral strain, and third is shear strain. Linear strain, it is related to the change in length, that is length related changes are occurs. Lateral strain, in that two parts will be occurs. The two parts, which is for rectangle and for circle. For rectangle, change in thickness upon original thickness, or change in width upon original width. So now here is rectangle part, and we have to calculate the change in thickness, then we have to go for rectangle part. Okay, so now lateral strain, therefore lateral strain is equal to change in thickness upon original thickness. So now original thickness we given 20, so we know that original thickness. Our aim is to find out lateral change in thickness. Okay, so now we can find out lateral strain, and after the finding of lateral strain, we are putting in this equation, we will get change in thickness. So now how we can calculate lateral strain? We already given mu for value, which is 0.26. So now mu is equal to lateral strain upon linear strain. We know the formula of mu. Now we also calculate linear strain. Now value of linear strain, how can you calculate? We don't know this, we also don't know this. Okay, therefore lateral strain mu, in this formula we already know value of mu. So now linear strain, which is equal to change in length upon original length. Change in length, which is given as 0.375 divided by original length, which is 1200. This is 1200. Linear strain, which is 0.315 into 10 raised to minus 3, this will get linear strain. Okay, 3125. Now we will get linear strain. Now we have to find out lateral strain. So put the value of linear strain in this equation. We already know the value of mu, which is 0.26. Okay. Now put the value of two terms in this equation. You will get lateral strain. So here I am writing mu's value 0.26 is equal to lateral strain, which is as it is, whole divided by linear strain, which is 0.3125 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now this term 0.3125 into 10 raised to minus 3, it is in division with lateral strain. If we are shifting to the left hand side, then it is multiplication with 0.26. Hence 0.26 into 0.3125 into 10 raised to minus 3 is equal to lateral strain. Okay. After the multiplication, we will get answer 0.0812 into 10 raised to minus 3, which is equal to lateral strain. Okay. This is the answer of lateral strain. Now we have to find out change in thickness. Our ultimate aim is used to find out change in thickness. So we know the value of lateral strain, we know the value of T, we can calculate directly delta T. Therefore equation 1 will be, put the value of lateral strain, which is 0.0812 into 10 raised to minus 3 is equal to change in thickness divided by original thickness we already know, which is 20 mm. So here I am writing 20, and 20 is in division with delta T. When we are shifted to the left hand side, it is in multiplication with all this term. That comes 0.0812 into 20 into 10 raised to minus 3, which is equal to delta T. Now after the multiplication of all this term, you will get 1.625 into 10 raised to minus 3, which is equal to delta T. Therefore final answer of change in thickness, which is 1.625 into 10 raised to minus 3. Unit of delta T, which is mm, because thickness, original thickness is mm, hence change in thickness also is mm. So this is the final answer we get. Thank you. Hello students, now we are going to discuss next question, question number 8. That question, which is a steel rod of 4 meter long and 20 mm diameter is subjected to an axial tensile load of 45 kN. Find change in length and diameter of the rod if it is given as modulus of elasticity for steel, that is called as E to the base S, which is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio, which is 1/4 we given. Okay. Now we can sort out given data. Given data, which is a steel rod 4 meter long, that is given as length 4 meter, that is converted into mm, that is 4000 mm. Okay. And 20 mm diameter, that is called as original diameter 20 mm. Okay. Is subjected to an axial tensile load of 45 kN, that is PT, or that is called as F to the base T, is equal to 45 kilonewton. Convert it into Newton, that is 45 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Find change in length. We have to find out change in length. The first name is delta L, change in length, and diameter, that is called as change in length and change in diameter. The second approach, which is change in diameter. Next, E to the base, that is modulus of elasticity for steel, which is given as 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio, which is given as mu 1 divided by 4, which can be said 0.25. Okay. So now solution. Okay. Now we have to find out delta L. So we know the formula, direct formula of delta L. So we know delta L is equal to PL upon AE. Okay. Now here P is tensile force, that is we already know. Okay. तो टेंसाइल फोर्स आपके पास मालूम है, ओरिजिनल लेंथ आपके पास मालूम है, कैपिटल ई फॉर स्टील, ये भी आपके पास मालूम है. नाउ वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट एरिया. Okay, so how can you calculate area? You know the diameter d. Therefore, area is equal to pi by 4 d square. That is pi divided by 4 into d square. The diameter which is 20, hence it is say as 20 square. Therefore, area which is equal to 314.16 mm square. Okay. So we get the area. So we also get the area. Now we can put that area in this equation. We will get delta A. Hence, the change in length is equal to, what is the value of tensile force, which is 45 into 10 raised to 3. Original length, which is 4000, whole divided by area, which is 314.16 into modulus of elasticity for steel, which is 2 into 10 raised to 5. After this calculation, you will get delta L, which is equal to 2.86. Okay. Now we are applying force on the steel rod, okay, which has a circular section. Then its length will be increases. Here, therefore, change in length we written as in bracket, which is increases because of application of tensile force. Change in length which is increases. Okay. Now our first approach is complete. Now we have to go for change in diameter. We have to calculate change in diameter. So we already know change in diameter. It comes in lateral shape. We already discussed there are two types of lateral strain. They are first rectangle and second is for circle. Okay. So we have to know lateral strain. So now lateral strain is equal to change in diameter upon original diameter. Okay. So now from this formula, our aim is to find out change in diameter. We know the original diameter, which is 20, but we don't know the lateral strain. Okay. So now we have to find out lateral strain. Then we have to go for lateral strain. There is another formula, lateral strain, which is equal to delta L upon L. Okay. Sorry. Delta B upon B or delta T upon T. बट अब यहाँ पे ओरिजिनल विड्थ भी नहीं है और चेंज इन विड्थ भी नहीं है, ओरिजिनल थिकनेस भी नहीं है और यहाँ पे ओरिजिनल थिकनेस भी नहीं है. तो यहाँ पे चेंज इन थिकनेस में है, तो यहाँ पे हम ये भी फॉर्मूला क्या कर सकते हैं, यूज नहीं कर सकते. ओके. तो अभी लैटरल स्ट्रेन कैसे निकालना है. ठीक है. आपके पास म्यू का फॉर्मूला है. ठीक है. म्यू इज इक्वल टू लैटरल स्ट्रेन अपॉन लीनियर स्ट्रेन. ओके. From this calculation we get the lateral strain. Okay. We know the value of mu, which is already given as 0.25. Okay. Now we have to calculate the lateral strain. Again, linear strain we also don't know, but we can calculate. Therefore, linear strain, which is equal to change in length upon original length. For we already calculate change in length, that is delta L, which comes is 2.86. So this is our required answer, 2.86 divided by L, that is L is called as original, which is 4000 mm. I am writing 4000. We get linear strain, which is equal to 7.15 into 10 raised to minus 4. So this will get linear strain. Now put this value in this equation, you will get lateral strain. Therefore, now value of mu, which is already comes 1/4, we convert it into point, that is 0.25. Therefore, 0.25 is equal to lateral strain upon linear strain. That linear strain, which is called as given as 7.15 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now, this whole term it is divided with lateral strain. When we shift to the left hand side, it is comes with multiplication of this term. Therefore, 0.25 into 7.15 into 10 raised to minus 4 is equal to lateral strain. After this whole multiplication, you will get 1.78 into 10 raised to minus 4. This is the value of lateral strain. Okay. Once we get lateral strain, now this value which is put in this equation, let us consider equation number 1. Once we put this in equation number 1, we will get change in diameter. Therefore, equation 1 will be, put the value of lateral strain, which is 1.78 into 10 raised to minus 4 is equal to change in diameter, as it is, this is our ultimate aim. Original diameter, which is given as 20, That's why here I am writing 20, and when we are shifting 20 to the left hand side, it is in multiplication with this 1.78. Okay, after this multiplication you will get delta t is equal to 0.0035, which is in mm, because diameter is m considered in mm, that's why change in diameter also comes in mm. Okay, so this is our required answer. Okay, now we are applying force on the rod. This force is tensile force. Okay, we are applying 45 kN on both sides. Here also 45 kN on both sides. Then its length will be increases and its diameter will be decreases. Here that's why we are writing delta L. When we get answer 2.86, it's in bracket we written as increases, and for change in diameter we written as bracket in decreases, because once we apply tensile force on the part of rod, circular rod, its length will be increases and its diameter will be decreases. Therefore, is a reason as decrease. Okay. Hence, our second approach also complete. Thank you. Hello students. Now we are going to discuss the relation between E, G, and K. Okay. All the more times this relation will be asked in the exam. Okay. Now derive the relation between E, G, and K. Now we know that the two relation, which is E is equal to 2G into 1 plus mu, and E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. Okay, so equation number 1, this is called equation number 2. Okay, now calculate value of mu from इक्वेशन 1. ओके, अभी इक्वेशन 1 से क्या करना है, वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है म्यू का. ओके, ऐसा नहीं सिर्फ इक्वेशन 1 से कर सकते, यू कैन आल्सो कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ म्यू फ्रॉम इक्वेशन नंबर 2, बट फॉर सिंपलीफिकेशन इक्वेशन नंबर 1 सिंपल है एज कंपेयर्ड इक्वेशन नंबर 2. तो उस इक्वेशन नंबर 1 से हम क्या करते हैं, म्यू की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट आराम इजी वे से क्या कर सकते, कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, देयरफॉर E इज इक्वल टू 2G into 1 plus mu. Okay, now 1 plus mu it is in bracket. Okay, and 2G is outside the bracket, that is 2G it is in multiplication with 1 plus mu. That's why when we are writing to the left hand side, it is come in the division of capital E. That's why E upon 2G is equal to 1 plus mu. Okay, there E upon 2G, okay, plus 1 it is on right hand side. When we shift it to left hand side, it becomes E upon 2G minus 1 is equal to mu. So we get the value of total mu, which is E upon 2G minus 1. Okay, now put this value in equation number 2. Okay, you can calculate value of mu from equation number 1 and we have to put in the equation number 2. Okay, if you calculate value of mu from equation number 2, then you have to put the value of mu in equation number 1, vice versa as it is. ये हमने यहाँ पे क्या किया, इक्वेशन नंबर 1 से mu की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट किया. अभी ये mu की वैल्यू हम इक्वेशन नंबर 2 में क्या करेंगे, शिफ्ट करेंगे. ओके, देन वी गेट रिलेशन बिटवीन E, G and K. ओके, देयरफॉर नाउ पुट वैल्यू ऑफ mu in equation 2. Therefore E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2. Mu की वैल्यू we have to shift it, that is E upon 2G minus 1 bracket complete. E is equal to 3K bracket 1 minus, now minus 2 it is in multiplication with this whole bracket, inside bracket it is present na, E upon 2G minus 1, it is in multiplication with only the minus 2. That's why we are multiply each and every term inside the bracket, that is minus 2 into E upon 2G minus 2 into minus 1. Okay, E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 to get cancelled, that remains E upon G minus 1 become plus, that is becomes 2, and 2 into 1 that is called as 2, which is equal to E is equal to 3K into 1 as it is. Now I am just writing plus 2 before and minus term at the end. Okay, now E is equal to 3K, 1 plus 2 that is 3 minus E upon G. Okay, E is equal to 3K, 3 minus E upon G. Now E is equal to 3k as it is. Okay. Now here 3 is in numerator. Now it is in denominator. Value present which is called as 1. By default value it is presented. Now we are doing cross multiplication with this inside the bracket. That is 3 into G minus 1 into E divided by 1 into G. Okay. E is equal to 3k again as it is. 3 into G, that is 3G, minus 1 into E, that is called as capital E, divided by 1 into E, that is called as G. Okay. Now 3k it is in multiplication of this inside the term. That's why 3k is in multiplication each and every term present inside this bracket. That is 3k into 3G minus 3k into E whole divided by capital G as it is. Now E is equal to 3k into 3g, that is 9gk, that is minus again as it is, and 3ke, that is called as it is 3ke, this whole divided by term which is called as g. Okay. Now we have to shift capital G to the left hand side. This is capital G, it is a division with 9gk minus 3ke. When we are shifted to the left hand side, it is in multiplication with the G, that is E into G. On right hand side 9gk minus 3ke we got. Therefore final relation which is EG is equal to 9gk minus 3ke. So this is our relation between EG and K. Okay. Thank you. Hello student. Now question number 10 we have to solve. For a material for which modulus of elasticity is 2 times of K, that is called the bulk modulus, determine the Poisson's ratio and find capital E divided by small g ratio. Okay. So now given data which is capital E is equal to 2K. Okay. Determine Poisson's ratio. We have to find out Poisson's ratio, that is denoted by mu. And second, find E by G, that is E divided by G ratio. Okay. Now for solution, we know that okay, relation between E and G, that is E is equal to 2G into 1 plus mu. ओके. अगर आपने डायरेक्ट ये रिलेशन यूज किया ना तो अभी यहाँ पे आपको क्या क्या मालूम है. देखो E का वैल्यू मालूम है. ओके, विच इज 2 टाइम्स ऑफ K. Okay, we don't know the value of G, and again we don't know the value of mu. Okay, so we can't use this equation right now. Okay, so say consider this is equation number 1. Okay, now we know another equation E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. Okay, so now we know the value of E, that is 2K. So here we are putting 2K is equal to 3K as it is into 1 minus 2 mu. Okay, now E is equal to 3K, 2K is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. Now 3K it is in multiplication this bracket. Okay, when we are shifting to the left hand side it is in divided by 2K, and right hand side 1 minus 2 mu as it is. Now this KK get cancel. Okay, now this KK get cancel, remaining which is 2 divided by 3 is equal to 1 minus 2 mu. Okay, now we have to find out the value of mu. Here only one unknown term comes, that is mu. Now what we have to do, minus 2q we take on left hand side, then it becomes plus 2 mu. Okay, is equal to plus 1 this as it is, and we are shifting plus 2 by 3 on right hand side, then it become minus 2 by 3. Okay, now this 2 mu as it is equal to, now here we have to do cross multiplication, that is 1 into 3 minus 1 into 2 whole divided by 1 into 3, that is 2 mu is equal to 3 minus 2 divided by 3. 2 mu is equal to 1 divided by 3. Okay, now we have to find out the value of only mu. 2 in multiplication with mu, hence mu is equal to 1 upon 2 into 3. When we are shifting 2 on right hand side and it is in multiplication with mu, hence it is become the denominator and it is multiplied with 3. That is mu is equal to 1 upon 6. that 1/6 is called as 0.165. Okay, so we get the value of mu. So our first aim is completed. Okay, now we get the value of mu is equal to 0.165. Then तो यहाँ पे चेक करो, अगर आपको म्यू की वैल्यू मिल गई है, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे आपको ई और जी में एक रिलेशन मिल सकता है, तो आप पे फाइंड क्या करना है, ई डिवाइड बाय जी करना था। तो देयरफॉर इक्वेशन 1 विल बी, ठीक है, ये इक्वेशन क्यों लिखा था, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम एक सेकंड क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला था, यहाँ पे ई और डिवाइड बाय जी, मतलब ई और जी में एक रिलेशन चाहिए, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर राइटिंग दिस इक्वेशन। ओके, इसमें से म्यू की वैल्यू नहीं थी, ठीक है, ई और जी का रिलेशन तो मिल सकता था, ठीक है, लेकिन इसमें से म्यू की वैल्यू हमें पास फाइंड आउट नहीं थी। इसके लिए यहाँ से हमने क्या e इज इक्वल टू 3k into 1 minus 2 म्यू से यहाँ से अपने म्यू की वैल्यू फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट किया। अभी ये म्यू की वैल्यू इक्वेशन नंबर 1 में पुट अप करो तो क्या होगा, e इज इक्वल टू 2g into 1 प्लस म्यू, म्यू की वैल्यू 0.165, दैट इज e इज इक्वल टू 2g into 0.165 प्लस 1, दैट इज 1.165, ठीक है, तो e इज इक्वल टू 2 into 1.165 into capital G. When we multiply with this term, 2.33 answer we will get into G, that is E is equal to 2.33 into G. We have to find out the ratio E divided by G. Now G is multiplication with 2.33. When we shift to the left hand side, then we got E divided by G is equal to 2.33. So this is the ratio E divided by D is equal to 2.33. Then our second approach also completed.